Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Daredevil Born Again. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 3 of season 1 or 4 of Daredevil Born Again. I owe you guys an apology. I swore up and down I watched season 3 of Daredevil. I did not, because I kept saying my favorite part was the Punisher. Absolutely hated Elektra and Stick. I hated the love triangle, and everyone's like, yeah, it's season 2, dumbass. And I was like, oh. And then I know that I watched part of the Defenders, and I stopped that shit because I thought it was absolutely horrid. And then I never watched season 3 of Daredevil until this weekend. I binge watched the entire thing. I did full-length reactions, so there is actual proof that I did watch it in its entirety. So I apologize for being like, no, I know what's going on. How do I not know who this person is? Now I know fully well. And believe me, when everyone's like, how do you not remember Dex? And I was like, well, maybe he wasn't that important. Oh no. Super important. My bad. So I'm mildly caught up. I think I have a lot of fresh information in my mind, so I don't know if that's good or bad. I did not watch Echo. I don't know if I necessarily need to. It's only 5 episodes, so if I have some extra time lying around, maybe I'll do some full-length reactions to that. They're all Patreon exclusives. I'm not going to edit this stuff down. It's just if you guys want to watch along and see what my thoughts are. But Matt, at the end of the last episode, you know, letting out all that rage, like he didn't want to fight. He didn't want that life anymore. He wanted to put criminals away by being a lawyer, not by being Daredevil. And, you know, he gave them every opportunity to walk away. He's a blind man. He's the lawyer that's like part of a case that, you know, they're part of with Hector and White Tiger and all of this. And they still pulled a gun on him. What's a guy to do other than to break necks? I was like, how is that not death? How is that not killing them? And you know what? The first 2 episodes of Born Again have proven to me that, I guess, falling real hard and going boom does not kill a person, because I don't care what Dex's spine is made out of. He fell like 5 or 6 stories onto his face. Still lived. Foggy took a bullet to the abdomen, dead. Not fair. These things are not fair. They seldom are, but like, seriously? So now we have Matt, who's got this wonderful girlfriend who is a therapist for Wilson Fisk and Vanessa. I feel like she knows how Matt feels about Fisk. And I'm sure, because she's a very smart woman, that she would have been like, I'm going to Google my boyfriend and Wilson Fisk. And if she didn't, she's not as smart as I think she is, she would know that there's like a conflict there. And I think she thinks she might be helping. I don't know. It's an icky situation, but also his friend setting them up. There's something that's, I want to trust her, but because she's new, I'm not automatically like, she's our new Karen or like, she's our new Foggy. Like, I don't want to go there. Like, I like Cherry. I trust Cherry. And I feel like Cherry will kind of keep Matt, like he's the voice of reason with Matt, where he's like, well, that's stupid, or that's dumb, or that's pretty smart, or this isn't, you know, something that you might not want to do or whatever. I feel like that's a great voice to have, but I don't know. I keep wanting to call her Alexa because that's who she plays in Severance. What is her name? Well, I guess I'll find out in this episode. But like it's just, it seems like chess pieces being placed. And I also think after watching season 3, all I can think of is that this is a master manipulation plan from Fisk, that he like knows that they were working together and is like, you know, introduce him to this girl, and then we're going to go and I'm going to feed her information that way it gets back to Matt, that Matt starts doing this. So I don't trust Wilson Fisk at all. I don't think he has New York's best interest at heart. I think, could he get things done in a better way? Yeah. I mean, he proved by getting out and yelling at people and ignoring red tape that, like, you know, he could get a bridge fixed faster, but like sometimes that red tape exists for a reason. And I don't know if we're going to see like something happened in that area, which, you know, they like skipped like safety something or another. And like there's a sinkhole that happens. And it was because he like was like, no more red tape, fix the damn hole. I don't know. I feel like things like that have a way of rearing their ugly head when you're just like we're not going to go through proper channels that we know are tried and true and work. It just takes too long. And, you know, maybe we could speed up the process a little bit, but like skipping a process completely, I feel like that might come back to bite him. It might not, but I feel like it should. I think I've been watching Invincible, and Eve, like trying to help, but like not knowing city code really hurt her rebuilding a building. Anyway, it's all mixed here. Okay, so we also have Hector, who we found out is the White Tiger, mystical amulet, or something. His wife, not so happy. He's in jail, and he didn't mean to kill a police officer. And I don't think, even if it wasn't a police officer, would he have intended to kill that man. But now Nikki, who was the one that they were confronting, is the only person that can really exonerate him. And he's run off into the night to meet Cherry. So I feel like that's probably where we're going to start up in this episode. I'm excited because I like want to see White Tiger in action. And also I know that actor has passed away. So I kind of want to see his swan song in all of its beauty and the performance that we get from White Tiger that will live in infamy, I think. And also like, maybe I'm dumb, but I don't know quite why Bullseye attacked and killed Foggy. Yes, obviously to hurt Matt. But wouldn't he have wanted to hurt Wilson more so because of Julie? And like Fisk said, like he didn't have anything to do with Dex. So like who did and why? Because obviously if you like point a weapon in a general direction, maybe we don't have to know why Dex did it, but who sent Dex, right? So I'm hoping we get answers on that because it seemed like it wasn't like a slam dunk case of him just going to jail. And I don't think he's going to be in jail for forever anyway. And I'm really hoping that at some point Karen does come back because Karen's dope. And I love Karen. And Matt needs a Karen in his life. I don't know if that's going to be Heather for him, but like, I'm so sad that we don't have those two anymore. I've been watching interviews all week about how they're sad. It's just heartbreaking. So guys, I'm going to get into it. Episode 3, season 1-ish, 4-ish, I don't even know. But Daredevil Born Again, let's go.
Where is he?
Sadly, he's no longer here. You don't want to do this.
Yeah, was that a Punisher tattoo? I don't know, it looked like a skull, but not quite Punisher-esque.
Luquillo is a beach near where I'm from in Puerto Rico. To me, it's the most beautiful place on earth. White sand and the coqui. This little tree frog doesn't croak. It sings its name. Mm. The tourists, man, they think it's noisy and annoying, but man, it's a magical sound. Thousands of these frogs start calling out to the one and only love.
Oh, I could see that being annoying, but beautiful.
You're gonna see that beach again, Hector. I promise. And you'll be reunited with your family.
Willie?
Yo, what's up? Be cool. It's a gimme. No one plays cowboy.
What's a gimme?
Maybe, isn't it?
Irish.
Couldn't trouble you for the keys to this fine vehicle, could I? You know whose truck this is? Oh, are you a hard man, are you? Yeah. Silly wee bastard.
Oh, boy. Oh. He tried to warn him. Oh. Well. See ya. I don't know what that was. Your diet sucks. How uncomfy.
Last night there was a double homicide not half a mile from the port. Apparently a hijacking gone wrong.
We should make the appropriate calls and inspire Chief Gallo to make it a priority.
Yeah, we can try.
Gallo doesn't want to do shit for him.
That world, that kind of violence. Petty blood feuds. None of it is our concern.
He's just like really trying to do this thing like nice and clean. For now. For now. It's funny, like I said that about Fisk, like so is Matt. He's trying to do it nice and clean as well. Duality of those two. Constant yin and yang.
You know, Murdoch, I bet Judge Cooper would be interested to hear that you're interfering with a police investigation.
Oh, I think you mean a shakedown.
Well, that doesn't exactly seem ethical. I bet he'd throw you right off the case.
Are you going to tell him that a blind lawyer beat your ass?
I'll see you in court, officer.
Yeah, like who's ever going to believe that a blind guy beat up 2 cops? No one.
Misunderstood the concept of a safe house. I've got eyes on us.
He says it relaxes him or whatever.
The music?
That's what this is for.
Oh. Keep him happy. Method to all madnesses.
Come on, man. First of all, it's not a party. And this is just for me to get you on the stand without sweating and puking.
Relax. I got you.
He take way too long for him to detox, so I get it.
Well, we were just finishing up a routine sweep, and the defendant, he just came out of nowhere. He had this wild look in his eyes, and when you're a cop long enough, you know what that look means, and he starts running towards us.
Easy, Hector, easy.
Tell the defendant to stop.
Yes, many times.
Don't react, Hector.
Yeah, calm down.
We yelled, we flashed our badges.
It's so hard to hear someone tell a blatant lie.
Officer Powell, I know how hard this is for you.
Me and Kel Shanahan, we were partners for 8 years. Kel Shanahan was my best friend.
I'm sure you're sad he's gone. Why were you shaking down Nikki?
Okay, so you're alone. Which means there certainly wasn't a confidential informant you were roughing up.
Objection.
You better have a good faith basis for this, Mr. Murphy.
Yeah, I like watching him work, though.
Officer Powell, let's try this. You ever met a man named Nicky Torres?
I never heard of him.
It's curious, because as I understand it, he used to work with you and Officer Shanahan directly. Did you and Officer Shanahan have an arranged meeting with Nicky Torres on the platform that night?
Don't lie.
I told you I don't know him.
Oof.
Yeah, you did say that.
Torres cannot testify.
Is that a Punisher tattoo? First of all, can cops have tattoos on their necks? I've seen plenty of SWAT dudes with them, but like the tattoo, but also like something like such a statement, like a Punisher tattoo. I mean, I'm a fan.
Hey, you promised I'd be safe.
We're fine if you stay out of sight. Come on, let's go.
You look like a mess, Nikki. Good God. Who's watching? And why? Informant for who? I guess NYPD, but like against who? I don't want anything to happen to Cherry, but like witnesses never stay safe for Matt's cases. They just don't.
You good?
Oh, and I think somebody told me in the comments that if Hector's away from his amulet, his health declines or something. Like he needs it for life. I don't know. Oh, come on. Hit the fucking motorcycle. Knock it over. Oh, really?
Morning, officer.
Get out of the van, asshole.
Did they switch it out, though?
Where is he?
I have a feeling...
Open it.
Excuse me, that Cherry switched him out. Nice!
Good?
Yes!
Come on, let's go.
I don't know who Forrest is, but I like you, sir.
Would you state your name for the record?
My name's Nicky Torres. 18 months ago, I got pinched for dealing.
What happened with that case?
It went away.
Because now
Can
he's
you
an
tell the jury
informant.
why?
I told the cops I'd help them out sometimes.
And by help out, you mean become a confidential informant?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Were you passing along information to Officers Shanahan and Powell?
I don't things never go smooth, so I don't know if he's gonna... All those cops in that room? That's terrifying.
Remembering you're under oath.
No. I was home all night.
Oh, Nikki!
previously you stated pretty clearly that you were actually at the 168th Street subway station being beaten when Hector Ayala intervened to save your life.
Objection.
Nikki.
Just end it.
Well, what's it gonna be, Mr. Murdoch?
I withdraw the witness, Your Honor.
And the protection you gave him.
Torres, you are dismissed.
Oh, it's frustrating.
Truck hijackings, violence at the docks, the gang war. These are the headlines splashed across the front page of the Examiner.
It all ends today.
We don't take orders from you, son. That's not how things work.
Oh. You're gonna start taking orders.
How about I pay $0 to Victor and you go tell Fisk if he's got something to say to me, he can come tell me himself. I don't take orders from the mayor's errand boy.
You don't want that.
I don't work for the mayor. I work for the man.
I kind of like the mayor's errand boy.
He tells his side of the story, the truth. And we hope the jury see him the way we do. It's our only move.
Pretty much.
We're gonna need a lot more bourbon.
What you're trying to do, it's not going to work.
What is she trying to do?
Counseling?
Oh, it was her suggestion. I thought it was his.
Let's not fall into a place where I don't trust you.
Oh.
I don't like watching everything fall apart.
Sometimes peace needs to be broken. And chaos must reign.
I hate that mindset.
Is that what it is? Chaos before a stronger peace? Or is it my penance? You're punishing me for Adam.
I'm not punishing you for anything.
You're leaving me out in the cold.
Yeah, and how do you discuss this with a therapist? The two heads of a crime syndicate that can't really do crime because he's the mayor.
Where were we?
It's nothing worse, too, than being a counselor that's, like, trying to help and, like, one person really doesn't want to be there.
Soledad and I, we've always dreamt of having our own place, and I had finally saved up the money. I put a deposit down on a studio in the South Bronx. It's not much, but it's ours.
She was so mad at him.
I didn't want anyone to get hurt.
Could have just walked away, ignored the problem. You decided to risk your own safety to help a stranger.
That's Hector.
Wasn't the first time, was it?
Oh.
I don't understand.
Well, I'm just
You
saying.
bringing
put
up
yourself in
White
harm's way
Tiger?
before. You intervened that night because you're a hero.
Matt, don't do this.
Mr. Ayala, yes or no? Are you the vigilante known as the White Tiger?
Objection! Objection, Your Honor.
Oh,
Yes or no?
Matt.
Mr. Ayala.
You can't just out people like that.
Order in my court.
So desperate for a win.
What happened to all that lofty rhetoric about unfairly biasing the jury?
Hector's alter ego is critical to this case. What he's done as the White Tiger speaks to the strength of his character. It's well within my...
Is there a division of hypocrisy at Murdoch?
Yeah.
Stop it! Stop it!
It's not a good look, Matt.
You blew open this door, Mr. Murdoch, which means...
Yeah, it's open season on my client. I get it.
Oh, boy. I don't like that.
You should have asked me first.
Yeah. 100%.
I know.
Shock and
It
awe.
wasn't your secret to tell.
Exactly. You don't just out somebody.
Being the White Tiger is more than just putting on a suit. It's who I am.
I want to see it.
It's a calling.
Yeah. I want to know what it's like for him.
You might as well ask me to stop breathing.
You know that
There
feeling.
are other ways to help. And for what it's worth, I think you might be surprised at how much you don't miss being him.
Why? You miss being Daredevil.
I thought for sure we were dead until all of a sudden I see someone running toward us. It was White Tiger. He saved our lives.
Doesn't sound like a vigilante to me.
The suspect was hiding in an alley, and before I could draw my weapon, he attacked me without provocation. And then White Tiger appeared.
He helped a cop.
intervened, pulled the suspect off me, then helped me subdue and arrest the suspect.
Love him.
Why would you risk your life by running toward a burning car to save strangers?
It's the right thing to do.
Oh.
What about Gianna Moreno? You again put yourself in harm's way. Why?
It's the right thing to do.
And when you saw Officer Barlow was in trouble, you ran in when others would have run out. Why?
It's the right thing to do.
I want to see him in action. I want to see this.
He is a man of integrity. The community says so, the police say so. And whether Hector Ayala is wearing a white tiger suit or not, he's a hero.
I don't like the way you went about it, but I do love this. I do love when Matt Murdock gives a closing statement. It gets me rallied.
Hector Ayala might have done some good things. Does that make him incapable of doing a bad thing? Of course not.
That's his argument.
Do you know what happens to a person when they get hit by a train?
Oh, let's just go ahead and explain that. Yeah, gross.
You don't actually die until they back the train up, and then your body, it just bursts.
Gross.
And that is exactly what happened to Officer Shanahan when Hector Ayala pushed him in front of that train.
He's really good at
But
painting a
we're supposed to
picture.
be okay with that, right? Because it was the right thing to do.
It obviously was an accident.
If Hector's sole intent was to do good for his community, why is he hiding? Real heroes don't need to hide.
Fuck, I hate when people have good counter arguments. Although the, like, good people do bad things. It's like, well, good people have accidents.
Okay.
The bringing him into court in handcuffs thing is like really painting a picture of like a criminal instead of just like somebody on trial. I hate that for him, for Hector.
In the matter of the people versus Hector Ayala, on the count of murder in the first degree, the jury finds the defendant not guilty. On the count of murder in the second degree, the jury finds the defendant not guilty.
Okay.
On the count of manslaughter in the first degree, the jury finds the defendant not guilty.
Oh. Oh. The pain in Hector's face through that whole thing was just amazing.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
God, Matt, are you listening to all the whispering around you just in case? I always worry that like somebody's gonna do something crazy and Matt could catch it before it happens. Oh boy. Yeah. Kind of chaps his ass, doesn't it?
Your friend, the journalist BB. Just tell her I want to see her again.
Absolutely.
Then Daniel will make that phone call. He likes her. God, he looks like his dad. As soon as somebody said, yeah, he's a Gandolfini, I was like, yeah, the show is.
See, my old partner and I, we pulled about everything we had together for an office bottle of Melvin's.
Oh.
Only broke it open when we won. Needless to say, the first bottle lasted a very long time.
Yeah, but the last time that was drank, something really bad happened.
Nice little reminder that once in a while, the system works.
Normally when Matt feels that way and says those things, it blows up in his face.
Here's to a man who cooks, a well-won case, and Foggy Nelson.
Oh.
May God hold them all in the hollow of his hand.
It's kind of the perfect woman for you. I love her. She's stunning. She's beautiful. She's sweet. I want good things. It's probably not gonna work out well.
Courts fail. Juries get it wrong. I should know.
Come on.
And now, a masked vigilante, a murderer, is allowed to roam the streets. And a veteran of the NYPD lies dead.
Girl, why are you covering this shit? You know for a fact that the people want White Tiger out there. Hey, buddy. I want to see what this amulet does. I mean, it might just make him, like, look really cool when he fights, but, like...
A man who wears a mask to cover his face is a coward.
Well, maybe he's ugly.
These vigilantes, they are not heroes.
Disagree.
I ran on a promise. And the acquittal of Hector Ayala demands that I keep it.
Oh, God, what are you gonna do?
The rule of law must prevail.
Oh God, no! There's no way Frank is working for Fisk, right? Oh. The frogs. The frogs. It's so unfair. Ugh! God, I hate Wilson Fisk. What sucks is that he does a really good job of making me feel bad for him sometimes, and boy does that just, this shit slaps me back, like, to the real world. What the fuck, man? My eyes are already watering, but, like, my voice is raspy because I'm sick. And they have to kill off Hector? Fuck! And I don't think that that's Frank. With all the cops with their damn tattoos, it's a copycat. Like, they want their own vigilante justice. You know, what's the difference between a mask and a hood? Anything you do in darkness is shady, right? God. People will pick their own heroes. Other people do not get to define whether or not somebody is or is not a hero. F! That sucks. That sucks so bad. And I'm mad at Matt for outing him. Because if he didn't out him, then he would just be like, you know, if Nikki had done what he said he was gonna do, if he wasn't scared, the case probably would have worked out fine. Matt saying out loud that Hector is White Tiger put a thing on him. He had a target on him after that. If he didn't put the suit back on, he would have been fine if he had just listened to Matt. But I get the feeling just from listening to him talk about it that he's like, it calls to him, that it called to him, that it has this way of like just taking over. The fuck? Why is this show making me cry? I just want to see people beat each other up. Oh, my poor little snoot is so red. Okay. So obviously, you know, Fisk can't really leave the crime life behind. You know, he doesn't get to decide what is and is not justice and what is and is not law. You know, that's what juries are for. That's what judges are for. That's what the whole court system is for. And him just deciding because somebody's a vigilante that they need to be killed. It's funny because I will always try to find a way to humanize Fisk a little bit. And, you know, Vanessa and the love that he had for her was one of those things. But then he does this thing with like Dex where he manipulates him and then he has Julie killed. And I'm just like, wait, I forgot. You're a complete fucking prick. And Vincent D'Onofrio was so good at playing him. It's funny watching the interviews where he's like joking around with Charlie Cox and it's like you hear like his normal voice and just both of their normal voices for that matter. And like he's not that person at all. So just like the fact that when he embodies Fisk, I hate it. I hate it so much. And, you know, like they're both having a really hard time not being who they truly are. And it's funny because like I've never heard Fisk really threaten Vanessa and he pretty much said, don't get to a point where I can't trust you. And that's a line that you don't want to cross. Is him losing trust in somebody means that like he sees you as a liability. He will get rid of you. Especially if he thinks he's already losing her to somebody else and like to something else. Like she's not able to like live her life and lead this crime syndicate and bring in all this money. And it seemed to be working like clockwork. And now like they have to go and pay people off to get things done or to get things stopped. So there isn't all of this chaos happening. So far, I mean, like, of course I love Matt, but I have to say that like one of my like other favorite characters that like we see just a lot of like face shots of him, but is Cherry. I really like him. I like that he's kind of like when, oh God, what is her name? Kirsten. You know, like the look that Kirsten gives him, like they're kind of like they're not quite Karen and Foggy, but like they're like different for Matt to have on his side. I really like Cherry. Gosh, I am so sad about Hector. I thought for sure we were gonna get a badass scene of him fighting, and just gone. Frick. And like I said, I don't think that was Frank at the end. I think it was one of the cops that like just kind of liked the idea of Frank Castle, but like doesn't really know the depth of Frank Castle, because Frank didn't just kill to kill. You know, there's a beauty in the reasons why Frank kills, and when he decides to let you live, it's because he's doing you a solid favor. Wait. Oh my God. Okay, so I haven't watched any trailers. Does that mean we're going to get Frank Castle? Does that mean Johnny Burns is coming back? Oh my God, John Bernthal is devastatingly wonderful. I don't know what the hell is happening this season, but it's already made me cry twice. I mean, I like it. I didn't expect that. You know, I watched season 3 and I think I cried twice in one episode. You guys probably know what episode it was. It was Karen. Anyway, but I can solidly say that like I did not expect this out of this series, and I'm pleasantly surprised. And we didn't have any bad CG this time, and I'm excited because I feel like that was maybe filmed at a separate time, because I know that they had a change in the story. We got like our regular players back, and they wrote them in so they could have those parts. So that whole fight probably was thrown together pretty quickly. So it didn't look as clean as I think it probably could have, especially after watching season 3 again. I was like, those fight scenes are amazing. But I think now, because of the show, I notice the cowboy switches and like where they do have a cut or where they do switch out the actor. And it's phenomenal, but like I like look forward to like those fights again and seeing that stuff, because I like picking it apart and just going like, this is amazing how seamless this looks, but that's where they did this, that's where they did that, that's no longer Charlie Cox. And I'm really looking forward to that, but I don't know what to expect in the next episode. I would love to see Frank Castle roll up and kind of clear his name, but nobody saw Hector be killed. But the aftermath of Hector being killed is, I don't think it's going to do what Fisk thinks it's going to do. If anything, you know, like it's going to make him the myth of White Tiger grow even more. And I think that was a mistake for Fisk to order that. And then also with BB coming in there, I'm like, really? Her of all people, you're coming in here to like tell this to, like, after what you did to her uncle? Which, by the way, I don't really love that we have like, oh, I'm inspired by my uncle, the news reporter. Like, it could have just been like, I was inspired by Ben Urich. Like, that's all you had to say. But whatever. It's neither here nor there, I don't think. Until she figures out that Fisk killed her uncle, or learns that one way or another. That'd be really interesting. So, guys, if you want to watch the full reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon. In the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What did you think of this? Did you think that they were going to kill the White Tiger off in this episode? I didn't. I thought, you know what? I should know better. Whenever we get something happy, it's typically followed by something sad. I didn't think that they would kill him. I thought maybe they would end up killing Nikki. Wow. Yeah, that still blows me away. And the damn frogs at the end. Really? Really? Beautiful. They knew how to pull at the heartstrings. I think I was like upset, but then I heard the frogs and that really got me. I mean, maybe it's because I freshly watched season 3 this weekend that I don't feel like we are in the territory of where we were with previous Daredevil, better than season 2, maybe. I still think the fights are always awesome, but yeah, I can't wait to see how this plays out, because I want to see Daredevil. I love Matt. I love watching Matt work in court, but like I need some Daredevil, and I need that to happen because of the death of Hector. That's what I need. That's what I need. But guys, come back here for the next episode. Hopefully the thing that's happening in my face goes away and I can speak clearer. I'm not raspy or nasally or sneezing or coughing or leaking all over the place. I would absolutely love to just be normal again. So come back here next week. Maybe I will be. Maybe I won't be. You don't know unless you come back. All right, guys. I'll see ya.